Hey everyone, Audrey Fesik here. Quick update you're going to want to know about, especially if you live in a condo. If you don't know me, I am Audrey Fesik. I am your city commissioner here in District 1, Pompano Beach. But I just want to make sure I share this information with you because I did have some residents who were asking about it. So as of January 1st of this year, 2026, Florida law changed in a big way when it comes to transparency and access to information. So let's go ahead and break it down. What changed? So here's the headline. This used to only apply to very large condo associations, around 150 units or more. Now it applies to condos with just 25 units or more. And that's a huge shift. And it means a lot more residents now have rights to online access to records. So you're going to have to maintain a website, mobile app, provide digital access to official records, and improve transparency for owners. I love transparency, so this is a good thing. So you're going to probably ask, does this apply to me or my building? If your building has 25 or more units and it's not a timeshare, then yes, this applies. And that covers a lot of buildings across Pompano Beach, especially in District 1. So what must be available online? And this is really where it gets important. If you are an HOA or somebody who's living in a condo, associations now have to make key records available online. We're talking about things like your governing documents, budgets, financials, meeting minutes, contracts, and even inspection-related records. This is information that directly impacts your property and your money. And it's a pretty long list here, so pay attention and make sure your HOA is complying. Owner access. If you are an owner and not on the board, you also have a right to actually access this information. There should be a secure login information or secure login area where owners can access this information. And if you don't have access yet, you can request it in writing, and your HOA is supposed to provide it. Timing. So there's another arm to this new rule, and this information isn't meant to be outdated. Most records are supposed to be posted within 30 days. And what you're seeing on the website should actually reflect what's happening in somewhat real time. So this law was put into place for a reason. It's about transparency, it's about accountability, and it's about giving residents easier access to information that affects their homes and their finances. So if you've got questions, what should you ask your association? If you're in a condo, here are a few simple questions to ask. Do we have a website or app? How do I log in? What's actually posted there? Is it being kept up to date? If you're not getting clear answers, follow up in writing. I do this all the time with the city. So some signs of non-compliance. Here are some few red flags to watch for. If there's no website, no login access, or being told just to email and ask for records every time, that might not meet the requirements anymore. So we have to make sure that the information is being provided, or your HOA is providing the right information. And if something doesn't seem right, if you think that they're not meeting those steps, you are meeting those requirements, here are some steps you can take. You're going to want to put your request in writing, keep records of the responses you get, bring it up at a board meeting, and if you need to, you can escalate your concerns through state channels at the state level. This is not necessarily a city level thing, but it is going to be a state level thing. So at the end of the day, this law and the change is really about making sure residents have access to information that they should have always had. Transparency builds trust, access creates accountability. Of course, if you have questions about your building in particular, I'm always here and happy to point you in the right direction. Now, this is again general information, not legal advice. I just want to make sure you confirm with your association or legal counsel if you want to move forward from there. Should be noted that I am running for re-election in November, so wanted to add that there and say thank you very much. Also, again, wanted to come back and remind you that if you ever want me to, if you or your HOA or condominium association would like a speaker on issues affecting Pompano Beach, I'm always happy to come share information and answer questions. And you're welcome to reach out anytime with an invitation. All of my contact information is there. And this little QR code here at the base here is a WhatsApp group that is specifically an announcement only WhatsApp group. Just for WhatsApp announcements related to District 1 here in Pompano Beach. So if you want to just be updated on some of the things that are happening in Pompano Beach, but you don't necessarily want an email and you don't necessarily want to have a lot of people chatting back and forth or Facebook, this is just one quick way to get those messages to you and something I provide. Hope you have a great rest of your day.